1985, Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis. I think he did Forrest Gump, starring Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd. I don't know anyone else in the movie. As always, we got 3 awesome guests here to play trivia with us. So let's take a couple minutes and introduce ourselves. Tell me how many times you've seen this movie, like your overall thoughts, and tell me if you could travel back in time, what era would you go to and why? So let me start. My name's Harsha. I'll be the host today. I've seen this movie twice. The first time I saw this movie was like a month ago when quarantine was in full effect because I'd never seen it before. And then we decided to do this movie for trivia this week. So I watched it again this week while writing the questions. It's okay. The scene at the dance with Biff in the car is really, really rapey and cringy, and it honestly made me really uncomfortable when I watch it. And the whole Libyan terrorist thing is kind of racist, I think. Just a little, I don't know, just little things that haven't aged well, but it's a fun movie. I kind of like the story. I like it that he has to try to make his parents fall in love. I think that's kind of fun. But yeah, there's some stuff I didn't like. If I could go back in time, I'd probably go back to see dinosaurs. I really want to see dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs. And I think that'd be cool. So, all right, enough about me. Let's meet our players. Hi, Leslie. We've never met. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. Yeah, I rewatched it again before this. It had been a long time. I don't know if I fully watched the movie since I went through puberty. It's been a while. I remember loving the third one a lot because it was all steampunky. So it was interesting to go back and watch the first one. I was a little worried because I know the Chuck Berry part is really problematic. Yeah. And then, yeah, like you said, the Biff part, I forgot about that. That went over my head as a kid. So that's awful. And the terrorist thing. Also, this was the movie happens a year before we bombed Libya, so that's also kind of disconcerting. Yeah, and yeah, the whole Michael J. Fox inventing civil rights and rock and roll. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I had fun watching it anyway, and yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah.
Where would you go back in time if you had a time machine?
Right, I feel like I would go back to frontier era America and try to reinvent the West as a non-colonial matriarchy, and just shoot a lot of cowboys and try to make things right. And yeah, sex workers liberation rights thing. I don't know, just make the whole thing like a Bordello-led socialist experiment.
So a little taming of the manifest destiny, kind of.
I guess, yeah, but also while also trying to not mess it up for everyone who's already living there and be right. They're coming, get ready for them and fight them off.
So how would you rank the 3? Because I've never seen the sequel. So what's your personal ranking of the 3 movies?
I saw the third one at this perfect moment, I think, of loving it. So that'll probably always be the favorite. I remember the cartoon, so that makes the first one kind of great, but I know the second is supposed to be the best movie, and I don't remember a whole lot about the second, but I remember being horrified by Biff's character in it. So yeah.
Would you recommend the sequels to someone who hasn't seen them? I've only seen the first one, obviously.
Ooh. I feel like you have to see the first one first, but definitely recommend the sequels. They say the second is maybe one of the best sequels ever made.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll get on that this week then. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Audra, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I was super excited when I heard it was Back to the Future this week. I definitely had a Back to the Future poster on my wall in college and the box set. I hadn't seen it in a few years, so I watched most of it this week before jumping on. So we'll see how I remember half of it. Big fan of Michael J. Fox. This movie, I've seen all 3. I would say this is, I love this movie. I don't know. It's just, I was watching it for this. I was like, this is a well-written movie. I don't know. I mean, almost making out with your mom aside, you know.
There's contact, right? There's for
Actual
sure.
making out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I really like that line where he goes, "Wait, you're saying my mom has the hots for me?" I like that phrasing of having the hots. It seems like a very 80s and 90s thing to say.
Yeah, it totally is that. And there's that joke where they keep bringing up heavy, and like Doc Brown doesn't know what heavy means. He's like, "Is weight different in the future?" And it's like,
that may or may not be a question coming up here.
Oh,
wow.
No problem. So, when would you travel back in time if you could?
I think I would go to the future and see what's out there. Maybe go like 20 years and just see if we're still alive.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, on that morbid note, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Our third guest, we got a mystery guest, the Masked Man. Thank you for being on the pod here today.
Hello, happy to be here.
So, what are your thoughts on this movie?
I love them all. I happen to be of the age where you had to see them in a theater, an actual theater, watch the first one, and be blown away. Still, even back in the 80s, you'd have this goofy Libya, that's not good, and then they're handling nuclear things. But the premise starts well. The movie starts well. So when you see the second one in the theater and it says to be continued, you're just so mad because you have to wait 6-8 months for the third one. And the third one is a little anticlimactic the way they end it, but it's good in the middle. The guts of it are good. I really enjoyed it. Probably seen it. I think I've hit double digits probably now, but It's been a long while since I've really seen it. So if I had to pick a time to go to, I like the 50s, that old school beginning where society has some technology that comes along and starts to make life interesting, but everything's clean and not screwed up and natural, and I like that a lot. But the future thought is good too, where Doc, wants to take them to the future because their kids are acting up. Is pretty funny too. That's a good line. So I'm looking forward to see what we have going on here too. And thanks for inviting me.
So how much of like a cultural phenomenon was this when it first came out?
It was up there. Definitely. It might be trivia, but they didn't start with Michael J. Fox. I'll just put it that way. They filmed about a quarter of it with somebody else. And if you compare the two, the other actor's just playing it really dark, and Michael J. Fox is playing it just like Michael J. Fox, and he's got this great energy. And him and Doc, they just Christopher Lloyd, they just nail it. They really do. So that's cool.
Yeah. All right.
But also, how did they become friends? It is disturbing.
I don't.
That is a little creepy to start. Yeah, where they're just friends, but he gets picked on. He's a loner, so.
Hopefully it's nothing nefarious.
I feel like he goes there and he like plays his guitar and stuff. Like he's got the best equipment, like he just knows a lot.
All right, let's get into some questions. How this is going to work is we're going to have 3 rounds, 3 questions each, and the point values for each round are 1, 3, and 5 in round 1, 2, 4, and 6 in round 2, and 3, 6, and 9 in round 3. And after that, we'll do a quick quote round and then a final question. So is everyone ready to get started here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Here is question 1, round 1. Your point values are 1, 3, and 5. What does Lorraine think Marty's name is after he is hit by a car? So what does Lorraine, which is Marty's mother, think Marty's name is after he is hit by a car? Another thing that hasn't aged well is the peeping by George.
So this is 1, 3, or 5, right?
Yes.
And we just write it down and just hold on to it.
Write your answer and the points you're wagering, and I'll call on you in like 30 seconds here. Yeah, that's another thing I didn't like was the binoculars. And she's like legitimately changing. Like, why did you have to show that?
they just pass right by it too. They're not like, they're like, oh, Dad's a peeping Tom, and then
Yeah.
it's just like, that's fine.
Unfazed by it.
Let's get them back together. It's fine.
Yeah, those wacky kids just climbing, being bad. That's all it is. It's a slap on the wrist.
All right, Audra, you have an answer for this? Everyone ready?
You ready?
Ready? All right, let's start with Leslie. What is your answer and what is your wager?
Oh, there we go.
Calvin Klein for 5. Audra, what is your answer and wager? Calvin Klein for 5. And the Masked Man, what do you got for us?
Yeah, where is it? Hang on, here it comes.
Calvin Klein for 5. Everyone goes for 5 points. Calvin Klein, the correct answer is Calvin Klein. Good job, everyone.
Underwear, right? That's
Yeah.
your mommy put in your underwear.
And they called it purple in the movie, but that was lavender underwear. It was barely purple.
It's on her hope chest.
But real talk, why did she take his pants off?
To see what he was working with, I think.
What is a hope chest?
Right?
What is that?
What is it? It's a chest that you get. It's the chest women put their hopes into for when they get married. So like traditionally, it's like it would be like dishes and blankets and stuff to put together their household. But yeah, their hopes and dreams for
It's
marriage.
even part of the package deal with the dowry.
Yeah.
Tushy the hope chest?
What's
What's
that?
it? Oh, shows that.
That's fine. We'll move on to question 2.
All right.
What does Biff crash into, causing its contents to be dumped into his convertible? Once again, what does Biff crash into, causing its contents to be dumped into his convertible? So all of you have used your 5-pointer, so you can't use a 5-pointer again. You have to use your 1 and 3.
I was wondering about that.
What do you think Biff is short for?
Douchebag.
It's like Bifford.
Yeah, that is true. What's the original name for Biff? Like Bill, maybe?
Ooh, that's a deep dive there. I don't know.
Huh.
Bifford,
Maybe it's something weird like Beauregard.
I don't think he's a junior. We never really see we see his grandpa. We don't see his dad. That's later.
Oh.
Like the 3rd episode.
I did see some fun IMDb thing about they named his last name after a really bullying executive at like Universal. Just as like a Can I do that on here? Can I? That's okay, right?
Yeah. No.
The
only other Biff I know is from Death of a Salesman.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Woman.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's got to be short for something.
It probably is William, I bet.
Like, yeah, that sounds right, I think. But how do you get Biff out of William?
Billion. I don't know.
Bill Bifford. Bill, I don't know.
Biff, I don't know. All right, everyone have an answer on this one?
The actor that plays Biff. No, I got one more. The actor that plays Biff, you should look him up on YouTube because he sings some really funny comedy songs. His name's Tom something, I think. So it's really, really, they're great. And he talks about Back to the Future.
All right, Masked Man, you're up. What is your answer and wager?
Oh, I do the maximum of 3. Hang on. Maximum of 3 and manure.
Audra, what's your answer?
It says a truckload full of manure for 3.
And Leslie, what do you got?
Got a manure dump truck.
4 for 3.
3. Yeah.
All right, everyone, same answer again. The correct answer is manure. Way to go, everyone. Got a 3-way tie for first place right now. I tried to make the questions harder as we go on, so we'll see what happens.
He asks a lot if it's real manure, and he says, no, it's not real manure. So it's good that it's fake. It looked pretty gross.
Yeah.
I love when Marty makes a skateboard out of that kid's like crate box or whatever.
Soapbox.
Yeah, very 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 like improvisational by Marty there.
Broke my scooter.
All right, here's question 3, your last question of round 1. What is the name of the subdivision in which the McFlys live? So what is the name of the subdivision in which Marty and his family reside?
That changes as the you go into the second one and the third one. They keep changing it, so now I'm all confused.
This is strictly Back to the Future, the original OG Back to the Future.
All right, I'm gonna put. No. All right, I'm gonna go back and forth. Okay.
I knew this was going to be a question, and I forgot.
I'm glad it's only one.
I think maybe I'm right.
Audra, you feel very confident on this one?
I do.
When I read the questions, I look at people's faces, and when you duck down right away, I know that you're writing your end. You probably know it right away.
Yeah.
All right, Audra, let's start with you. What is the name of the subdivision? Lion Estates for 1. Masked Man, what is your answer?
I went back and forth, but I got Lion Estates for 1.
What's the one you crossed out?
Hill Valley or something. Hillside, something. Hill Valley.
And Leslie, what is your answer?
I need smaller paper.
Lion Estates for 1. The correct answer is Lion Estates. Man, I should have written a harder question set for you guys.
I couldn't remember if it was estates or not.
All right, so after round 1, we have a 3-way tie. Everyone has 9 points, so really good start for everyone.
I think
so
that's
now
the first time doing the show that we've had everybody in the first round get every question right. And these are the hardest questions we've done yet, too. So good job, everybody.
What is that sign in the bottom? Groundbreaking his winter?
This
winter.
Oh, this winter, right.
I was going to say, have you ever had contestants that were exclusively women and boomers?
No. Is Mike a boomer? Is Mike McGettigan technically a boomer?
Oh, be careful there. Careful, Parker.
He's
I don't
Gen
know
X.
how old he is. I would hate to assign him that.
He's Gen X.
By the way, I also will defend the masked man here and say I don't think he is a boomer. Technically, I think he's.
No,
you are?
No, I'm Gen X.
Okay.
X.
Sorry,
All right.
masked man.
I know. Gen X, we're in the middle. We just look, what are you doing? What's going on down there? What are you doing? We just watch everybody's crazy.
All right, moving on to question 4. We're now in round 2, so the point values are 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6.
Ooh.
Name both U.S. presidents whose names are explicitly spoken out loud by characters in the film. So looking for 2 names here. Name both U.S. presidents whose names are spoken out loud by characters in this film.
One of these presidents loved it so much that they used it in a speech.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Audra, who's your favorite president?
Who's my favorite president?
Who's your favorite president?
Boy. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I always just rep Taft because
Underrated.
Because he's super underrated, right? People always make fun of him for the bath thing. Here's the thing. He used to go for walks all the time when he became president. Couldn't go for walks all the time, gained weight. He broke more trusts than Teddy Roosevelt. And he became the first president to also become a Supreme Court justice, which is really cool.
That is some great trivia. Wait,
yeah.
so Taft is the only president to also be a Supreme Court justice?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was just reading people were talking about like trying to create buzz for Obama to do the same on Twitter yesterday, and it made me think about Taft. And I was like, oh, I don't know if he's my favorite president, but I feel like he's my favorite person who was, well, I don't know. Jimmy Carter was also really cool. He gave up his peanut farm. He's still building Habitat for Humanity houses.
He won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Right?
How many people can say that?
Not a lot.
But did he have a reality show?
Oh, boy.
Or a hotel line?
Obama for sure had the best White House correspondent jokes. Obama is like legitimately funny, I think.
He's got great timing.
Yeah, he's got great comedic sense. Anyway, does everyone have answers for these?
Yes.
All right, Leslie, 2, 4, or 6. What are your answers?
Oh, oops! And I wrote 5 instead. I meant 6. Can I change it?
Yes.
I didn't put scores down, so I have to put those on too. I just don't want to feel.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Ronald Reagan and John F. Kennedy for 6. Audra, what do you got?
Ronald Reagan, John F. Kennedy.
For 6.
For 6.
The Masked Man.
I couldn't remember. I put Ike and Truman, and I could not remember for 2 points.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, the correct answers are Ronald Reagan and John F. Kennedy. So I think Marty says he's on John F. Kennedy Lane or something, and his grandfather at the time, I guess. Who the hell is John F. Kennedy? And Ronald Reagan, I think they talk about him like quite a bit in the movie.
Being the actor.
Yeah.
And this was right in between his terms, wasn't it?
Is that the president you were talking about who used it?
Yeah.
Good for Ronald.
Yeah, I think this came out in his election year for the second term.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you think
that makes sense?
Do you think it's what locked him in for his re-election?
Well, I like Marty McFly. He's terrific.
I think it might have been the war on drugs that got him reelected.
Fancy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to question 5.
Just say no.
What is the name of the dance where George and Lorraine first fall in love? And for a bonus point, on what day of the week does this dance take place? So since the scores are pretty good, I'm going to need the exact name of the dance. At least like 95% of the name. And then for a bonus point, which doesn't affect your regular question, so this doesn't affect your wager. But if you get it right, I'll give you a bonus point. Got a 1 in 7 shot. What is the name of the dance where George and Lorraine first fall in love? And on what day of the week does this dance take place?
Oh.
Whew.
Did you guys have like themed dances in high school?
Oh.
I don't think we did. Or maybe I just didn't go to them because I'm a loser.
I have a great themed dance story. Can I tell it really quick?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I went to like Dangerous Mind style, like super inner city, like everything was like a R&B dance kind of high school. And I was really into the idea of dinosaur prom, which was an option in the prom book. And I got on prom committee and nobody was with me on that. But you could do dinosaur prom. It was a thing. So flash forward to I'm living in like a big collective house in Detroit and they throw a big party and it was going to be prom themed. And I was like, dinosaur prom. Like decades later. And
Does that
and
mean
they
you
did
dress
it.
up as dinosaurs?
Huh?
You dress up as a dinosaur?
Well, the whole thing's just dinosaur themed, so you can have it like Hollywood themed and then all the decorations are Hollywood. But if it's a dinosaur prom, everything's dinosaur themed.
Gotcha.
And everyone already thought I was weird and they were like, no. But I went to prom dressed as Princess Leia because I didn't have a date. So showed them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think you're the real winner there.
Yeah.
I worked during prom. I just worked.
No.
I didn't want to go. Well, I mean, I did, but I didn't care.
Wow,
I
what
was
a
like,
rebel.
whatever.
What a rebel, Audra.
Right? I worked. I made money at my minimum wage job.
And
All
look
right.
at you now.
Back in my day, we had
now.
Snowball. Snowball was one. And twerp, that's where the woman is required to pay. I don't know how that works, but twerp, like Sadie Hawkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had twerp and Snowball, and then the usual homecoming prom. So Snowball, guess when that was? December.
Winter? What?
Yeah, crazy. I know. So,
All right. Here's question 5. The Masked Man. Let's have you go first for this one.
let's see. I put 4 points, and I put Enchantment Under the Sea, and it was on Sunday.
Audra, what is your guess?
I put Enchantment Under the Sea, and then I put, and then I put Thursday. Geez, I need to figure out how to work a camera for 4.
And Leslie.
I forgot Enchantment, so I have Romance Under the Sea Dance, and I put Saturday for 2.
2. Okay. The correct answer is Enchantment Under the Sea, and the bonus point is Saturday. So, Leslie, you didn't get the regular question, but you did get a bonus point for getting Saturday. And Audra and the Masked Man both get 4 points on that one. Enchantment Under the Sea. Be there or be square.
Marvin Berry.
All right, moving on to question 6. How many minutes slow are the clocks in Doc Brown's lab?
Oh.
What is so funny?
I have no idea what this one is, Harsha.
Well, Audra, you're in first place right now.
Yeah, take that.
Cool.
You have a little wiggle room.
Oh, I mean, I always try to set my clocks a little slow so that or a little
Same.
fast so that I don't
Right.
like
Same.
I don't like miss stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I have to leave, and then yeah. What's the points we can use again? Is it 2, 4, 6?
Yeah, you only have a 2 left.
Wow, perfect.
I'll give you a hint. It is an integer value. So
Oh boy.
it's not like, 17.8.
I'm looking up integer. How do you spell that? Nice.
I hope I'm right because I wrote my answer out really sassy.
Ooh.
As you should.
All right. Everybody have an answer on this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I went to tough girl school. No.
Leslie, let's hear your answer with some sass behind it. 25 minutes for 4. Wait, what did you write? Boom, Audra. Oh,
Whoa.
some trash talk going on.
Fired.
All right, Masked Man, what do you got?
6 points, 19 minutes.
And Audra,
Literature?
shots that got fired at
I'm sorry.
5 minutes, 2 points.
The correct answer is 25 minutes.
Boom.
Wow.
Leslie, the only player to score points on that one. Way to go. Yeah, that's at the beginning of the movie where he's late for school.
That was before I got a little bit. That's before I got a little bit drunk and high, so I remember that real well.
Early.
Awesome.
I love that opening though, of the movie with all the clocks ticking, and then it just opens. It's like you're just like, this is about time. This movie's about time.
Does anyone else think of the scene in Pinocchio when they see the clocks?
Oh.
You remember that scene?
Yeah, I haven't, but now I will.
See, I think of the scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I've never seen that.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
I haven't seen it either, Harsha.
It's based on The Bicycle Thief, and at the beginning he has a whole Rube Goldberg breakfast machine.
I do like me some Rube Goldberg machines.
Is that the one with like Big Bertha in the truck stop? I don't know.
Is
Are
it?
you
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
I was very sheltered as a child, so I probably didn't
Same.
see it.
I didn't have cable, so I didn't watch anything.
Oh, I watched it as an adult. I'm pretty sure it holds up.
Okay.
It's fun.
So is an integer a number that can be divided and multiplied and all that by itself?
No, an integer is just like a whole number. It has no like fraction after it.
So 5 divided by 5 is 0. Okay.
Like just enough to be a hint, but not enough to give you anything.
For stupid people.
It's not a really. It wasn't a very good hint.
It was.
But, all right, moving on to question 7. This is now round 3. This is round 3, so you have a 3, 6, and 9. 3, 6, and 9. Question 7. What letters are on the DeLorean's license plate? What letters are on the DeLorean's?
Close game. Make sure you hit your 9-pointer. It's probably going to be.
Oh, yeah. While you're thinking, let me recap the scores for you. Audra, you have 19 points. Masked Man, you have 13 points. And Leslie, you have 20 points. That bonus point you got gives you a 1-point lead over Audra.
Boom.
Did you know Saturday, or did you just guess a day?
I just guessed a day. Oh, Leslie.
No, I did. I remembered that it started on a Saturday and the dance happens a week later.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Because also she would have been in school if it had been a weekday when the car with the thing. Why would she be naked in her room on a school day?
Yeah.
And The Honeymooners was on, which would be a Saturday. Oh, and his favorite TV show was on, which would also be a Saturday.
Don't say that. That's the question coming up.
So,
don't say the name of the show.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anyone need a hint on this?
I just want to clarify the points structure for this. It's what's the points for this? We have 9.
3,
What
6,
are the other ones we have? 3, 6, 9.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9. Damn near 5. Give me one more time. Get low. Get low. Get low. Get low. Get low.
That was the inspiration for our point structure.
Whoa.
All right.
Oh my God, I was doing yoga with a friend and she was like, that was really good for my back. And I texted her back, my front, my back. And she was like, what? And I'm like, never mind. Never mind.
All right. Masked Man, you are up. What is your answer?
Oh, I can't remember. I have GON gone for 3 points.
Aw.
Leslie, what do you got?
And I remembered it was spelled wrong. That's why I remember it.
Wow. Very, very impressive. Audra, what do you got? Out of time for 3. You did spell it wrong, but I will still give you the points. The correct answer is out of time with 1 T.
Oh.
All right. Since I give that to Audra, Leslie, I'm giving you a bonus point for spelling it right.
Oh, yay.
Oh, no.
Because, technically you were the only one right, so I need to reward you.
And I had like a super embarrassing conversation with in my head at the time where I was like, is that how many letters fit on the California plate? Should I look it up? I wonder. I earned that point.
Audra, you only bet 3 on that one, right?
Yeah, it's because I knew that it was out of time, but I knew it wasn't spelled right, and I didn't remember what it was.
Okay. All right. Question number
3.
8. We kind of alluded to this like 30 seconds ago, but what was George's favorite TV show in high school?
Oh.
What do we think of the actor who played George? Do you think he overplayed it, the nerdiness, or was it just right?
I think he made it too sexy.
What was that?
No, Audra, you go first.
I think he was just that's just kind of who Crispin Glover is.
Okay.
Right.
I said I think he made it too sexy. He's really good in American Gods. If you guys haven't seen it yet, he's so creepy.
Oh, he is good in that.
My question for the Masked Man: what was your favorite TV show in high school?
I hate to say it, but Cosby Show was hot when I was in high school, and the Cosby Show was, I don't know, it's a little bit cutting edge. It was good. It was funny.
The Cosby Show is just great. I mean, try to, or at least try to separate the art from the artist. The Cosby Show is so great.
Yeah. And MASH was running toward the end too. It was about, the late 70s, early 80s. I forget when it ended, 80 or 81. So MASH was great. Hill Street Blues. That was a little later.
MASH, the most watched finale of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Still?
Yeah.
Whoa. Even more than Game of Thrones?
Well,
Crazy.
now everyone watches it after the fact. They stream it later. But everyone back then, there was only one opportunity to watch it, I think.
To a guy.
My favorite quote from George in this movie, he goes, "You're my density."
I mean,
Oh, he said it he tried to say it 3 times too. Just so sad.
destiny.
All right. Who should we go? Let's do Audra. What did you got for this?
I put science fiction theater for 6.
Leslie.
Yeah, mine is so wrong, and now I'm remembering that's right.
Stories in Space for 3. Okay. And Masked Man.
Catching up.
Science Fiction Theater for 9. That was a big...
And I knew Out of Time, but I didn't read the question. I thought you said 3 letters. That's why I put GON. And I'm like, I gotta read better. I'm taking off the shades.
Whoa.
Now I can see.
Whoa. Shades coming off.
Woo! Going down.
Throwing
Catching
shade,
up here.
literally.
Catching up.
All right, let's reveal this answer. Science Fiction Theater. Good job. Good job,
I was-
Audra and Leslie.
And it's so
Sorry,
Mystery Science Theater. I can't believe I didn't remember it.
Yeah. 3,000.
I could not remember what it was. I remembered most of it and just took a guess with theater.
What's your favorite show? Science fiction. What?
Science fiction.
All right. Question 9. Audra, you have a 9-pointer left. Masked Man, you have a 6-pointer left. And Leslie, you have a 6-pointer left. This one's a tough one. But what is the name of Marty's band?
Oh my gosh.
This is quite possibly the hardest question we've had in the history of doing this trivia show. It
I
is.
Oh
felt
my
like this was
God.
gonna be a
Very
question,
short.
and then I was going to go back and look it up, and I didn't.
Oh,
Maybe once in the movie when he's doing his audition.
And Huey says, I'm afraid you're just too loud.
Yeah.
too loud.
But I'm still very happy and impressed with the score so far. Really good job.
Oh gosh. What is the name of Marty's band?
Come on.
You know what? I don't even know. I left my 9-pointer for this.
Oh no! Boom!
Boom! I boomed myself.
I'll give you a hint. It's kind of like an insult to call someone this.
Oh, well, that's not this then.
I wouldn't call it a good band name.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's also a really lame insult if you call someone it.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Huh.
It's not going to get any better.
Do you think more time will help you, or should we just get this over with?
Just rip off the Band-Aid.
Leslie, you need more time, or?
No, I'll just go with this.
All right, when you're ready, you're up.
Okay. I felt like it started with a P, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's science-y, and I put that first, and then I was like, oh, well, maybe it's, I couldn't think of an insult, and I was like, pissy pants, and that's not good, so I went with that.
Pinheads for 6.
Yeah.
Masked Man, what do you got?
Nerds.
The Nerds.
The Thrashers, but I put the Nerds for 6.
And Audra, what's your
I
guess?
put the Slackers, and then I put a sad face with a tear because it's totally wrong.
Slacker.
That's already a band.
The correct answer is the pinhead.
You're kidding me.
How did you know that?
No, I seriously remembered it started with a P. That's all. Your insult thing. I had the pneumatics at first.
Ooh, that'd be a cool name for a band.
It would be a cool name. I can't believe it. I literally didn't hear what he said in the movie. I heard him go the and I was like, I should look that up because I bet that's going to be in trivia, and I didn't.
You still got it.
That's
I just Rain Manned that shit.
One of the best gets we've had on this show. That's a great one.
Between that and using the day that the honeymooners were on to get a bonus point is up there for me. It's some great context clues trivia.
Actually, let me shout out Carlos. He got Rachmaninoff in the Willy Wonka trivia one, and that was one of the best notes I've ever got.
Wild.
Did he spell it right?
I think so. Yeah, he knew that one. Like he just knew it.
Pretty cool.
In real life, it's actually Bach. That's a deep dive trivia on Willy Wonka. I wish I would have played that game.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. All right. Here,
2 and 77.
Here are your scores heading into the quote round. In third place with 22 points, the Masked Man. In second place with 25 points, Audra. And in first place with 36 points, Leslie.
Pinheads.
Holy crap.
So we're going to do a quote round. I'm going to give you 4 quotes. I'll tell you who said it, but some of the quotes are missing some words. So you tell me the missing words. All right, here are your 4 quotes. Why don't you make like a tree and blank, blank, blank? Spoken by Biff. There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the blank, blank, blank? That's the quote by Doc. Last night, blank, blank came down from planet Vulcan and told me that if I didn't take Lorraine out, that he'd melt my brain. That's a quote by George. And you're a blank, just like your father, which is spoken by, I think, the principal or some teacher at the school, Mr. Strickland. So the first quote, I need 4 words. Second quote, 3 words. Third quote, 2 words. And the last quote, I just need 1 word.
Harsha, do you think that naming the strict teacher character Mr. Strickland is good writing or bad writing?
I think that is bad writing. That's okay in like a cartoon or like a children's show, but because I remember the show Magic School Bus, the principal's name was Mr. Rule.
That's I cannot get on board with Mr. Rule. That's pretty bad.
Oh my gosh. I totally just remembered one at the last second. Unless I'm wrong.
I think 1 and 2 are pretty tough, but I think 3 and 4 are a little easier.
You think 1 and 2 are pretty tough?
Yeah.
Well, I thought 4 was the hardest one. I think.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
And maybe like. Yeah, maybe 2's the toughest though.
Yeah, 2 is pretty tough. I think 1 is just really funny because it's such a stupid thing Biff would say.
So, apparently the actor improvised that line, is what I think. I mean, look that up, but I think that's what happened.
Oh, is this movie also the first time anyone used the word butthead? Like, it might be, because that was improvised too, I think I heard.
Wait, when did Beavis and Butthead come out?
Oh, 90s, right?
Oh.
Yeah. I think Happy Days used Butthead.
Oh, but that was in the 80s too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sunday, Monday.
Happy day.
I don't know. There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the blank, blank, blank? Oh, okay.
Oh, we have to put points on this too, right?
No. They're all worth 2 points, so you can get 8 points in this round.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Leslie, you look like you're ready. Audra?
Yeah.
Ready to go, Masked Man? You ready to go?
Ready.
All right. Let's start with you, Masked Man. Read all 4 of your quotes for me.
All right. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? Earth's gravitational pull on 2 and 3, Van Halen. 4, Loser.
Loser. Okay. Leslie, what are your 4 quotes?
I've got Get Out of Here, Density of Matter, Darth Vader, and Audra's Slacker.
And Audra, what do you got?
I have Get Out of Here. I wrote them all on separate pages. Sun's gravitational pull. I don't know if that checks out. Darth Vader. And sorry. Loser.
Okay. Let's reveal those answers. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? Is there a problem with Earth's gravitational pull? So Audra,
Slacker, what?
And last night, Darth Vader.
I didn't think
Thanks, Audra.
No.
Loser instead of Slacker. Dang it.
So Leslie got 6 out of 8 points, and Masked Man and Audra both got 4 out of 8 there, which means in third place, 26 points, the Masked Man. Second place, 29 points, Audra. And in first place with 42 points, Leslie. So before we do the final question, you're going to wager anywhere from 0 to 20. So if you get the final question wrong, I will subtract your wager from your score. If you get it correct, I will add it to your score. So you can wager anything from 0 to 20. I'll give you guys like 10 seconds to write down what you want to wager.
And what are the scores again?
42 to 29 to 26. So Leslie, you're up 13. But it's anyone's game.
We don't get to know the topic, kind of like Jeopardy.
Nope,
Do we?
it's a mystery.
Back to the Future. That's what the block would say, right, on Jeopardy. Back to the Future.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right. Masked Man, what's your wager?
20 million.
Going big, 20 points. Audra, what are you doing?
20.
20 points. And Leslie, going with a little bit of a conservative wager here. But she has a nice lead, so there's no need to be reckless. All right, here's your final question from Back to the Future. Name the 3 drinks Marty asks for from the diner after he tries to use the phone.
I think.
Does this get partial credit if we're right with part of them, or no?
No, I want all 3. Scores are super high.
So let me emphasize. Name the 3 drinks Marty asks for.
Oh, I got 2. Come on.
I think the last few weeks we've had really good come from behind wins, I think. Not to jinx you, Leslie.
Hey! Is there a prize?
Maybe. We're still working on it. I think we're planning or trying to have all the winners have like a winners tournament later on.
Ooh.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
I have been keeping track of.
I don't know if we're gonna pick one movie for that, or I kind of want to do like just general movie trivia to see. I don't know.
Oh wow.
We haven't figured it out yet. So, all right, Audra, you have answers? Is everyone ready? We need more time. Does anyone need more time?
Oh, I can't get the third one. Okay, I got something written down.
Okay. Let's start with third place, the Masked Man. You had 26 points. You wagered 20 points. What are your 3 drinks? Pepsi Free, Tab, Sprite.
Sprite.
Audra, you're in second place. You had 29 points. You wagered 20. What are your guesses?
Free Pepsi, coffee, tab.
And Leslie, you're winning. What are your answers?
Oops. Similar. Wait, there you go.
Tab, Pepsi free,
Oh.
something without sugar.
Which
Interesting.
means you get coffee.
Interesting. The correct answers are Tab, Pepsi free, and something without sugar, which means Leslie wins Back to the Future trivia. Congratulations. Really awesome job.
That's the first thing I've won all quarantine.
Man,
So
I was like, it's like, what did he order? Not what did he
A
get?
little bit of a trick there. I kind of feel bad, but I thought it would be too easy if it was just because the Tab and Pepsi free are the puns that he makes, and then yeah. But anyway, here's a tiebreaker question. We don't have to write down, but you can just guess. How long is Marty's guitar solo?
8 minutes 42 seconds.
I don't think that's right.
I'm going to go super nerdy and say it was 1 minute and 21 seconds because that's how long the time lag was between when the dog left and the dog came back. And it's a whole sci-fi number. It's like a thing, minute and 21.
Audra, do you have a guess?
I was going to say 1 minute and 47 seconds.
50.
Oh, wow.
It only felt longer.
Price is right
JK.
rules, I win though.
That's right. Plus
Ooh.
one.
All right, so are we supposed to do the reveal now, or what happens here?
Of what? What do you mean the reveal?
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Careful.
Yeah.
Ooh, we get a
All right.
fan dance.
So that was Back to the Future trivia. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Does anybody have anything that they want to plug or mention before we get out of here?
I want to come back. Write me back. I love redemption. These girls are killers.
They
Aw.
were.
Lady
I
killers.
was shocked at the level of killer that we had today.
I just wish I had watched the whole movie once before we do this. But,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did great if you didn't though.
oh, thank you. I thought everybody did great. This was super fun. And if you guys like fun, I'm part of a group that has a video in the Digibits competition for Go Comedy, and our videos up next week. So there's a lot of videos. Check them out if you are bored and sitting at home and want to watch some videos. And also, I will be submitting something for Box Fest, which is going online. It's going to happen in October this year. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Ooh, like a little breaking news there, kind of. I feel like.
Nice.
Cool.
Hopefully it wasn't breaking news and I didn't just pooch anything, but I don't think so. It's in October 10th through 18th, I think, and it's online.
Are they still accepting submissions?
I think submissions closed earlier this month. But yeah, everything has to be done in August, even though it's not going up till October. Because it's not theater, it's video, it's online.
Excited.
But you can watch it all and work on stuff and submit next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Leslie, anything you want to say people home? Okay, sorry.
I've got a plug. Dusty Bunny Presents might be coming back and doing Facebook Live things again. I don't know. We were doing a shitty advice show, but maybe it'll be something different. And everyone wear a mask.
Yeah.
Good plug.
Over your nose.
Yeah, don't let the masked man not winning today make you think that masks are for losers, because they're not.
I mean, let's be real. The masked man really won today, I feel.
Big emotion, big sentimental audience favorite.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
everybody.
So I
Thank
think
you for playing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Harsha.
no, I think we're gonna take a week off next week, but we'll be back 2 weeks from now with some more movie trivia. Thanks for watching. Now, thanks for playing, guys.
This was fun.